Harry Potter is basically the go-to children's magical movie, but amidst Harry Potter, there was one more movie franchise that was growing: Narnia. The Chronicles of Narnia lit up the big screen with its magic. Remember those adventures with the Pevensey kids? Lucy, Edmund, Susan, and Peter explored the mystical world of Narnia, uncovering its secrets along the way. Now, some folks think there's a deeper meaning to the series, like it's a metaphor for Catholic teachings. But C.S. Lewis, the author, never officially confirmed that. He was cool with people sharing their interpretations, though. After the success of Harry Potter, Narnia got its own shot at the movies. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe hit theaters in 2005, followed by Prince Caspian in 2008. The Voyage of the Dawn Treader was the last one to make it to the big screen before things went quiet. There was supposed to be a fourth film, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Silver Chair. But it got scrapped when the movie series fell apart. Then came the news in 2018 that Netflix was picking up the Narnia torch. But since then, we've heard little about what's cooking. Until now, that is. Netflix is finally getting ready to kick off production on their Narnia reboot, and guess who's directing? None other than Barbie's own Greta Gerwig. So now the real question is what happens in the Chronicles of Narnia, the Silver Chair. So, let's dive into what goes down in the Chronicles of Narnia, the Silver Chair. This story, the fourth book published but actually the sixth in Narnia's timeline, follows Eustace Scrubb and his buddy Jill Pole on their first adventure into Narnia. Aslan sends them on a mission to rescue Prince Rilian, the son of King Caspian, who's been snatched up and tied to a mysterious silver chair. But before they can free Rilian, they run into the Lady of the Green Kirtle, who turns out to be the one behind Rilian's capture. She's got this shape-shifting trick, turning into a serpent-like creature, and Rilian ultimately takes her down. In the end, Caspian and Rilian are finally reunited, but it's bittersweet because Caspian passes away shortly after. Rilian steps up as the new King of Narnia, and Eustace and Jill head back to Aslan's country. Oh, and there's a surprising twist. Caspian comes back to life all fresh and rejuvenated, giving our heroes a final farewell before they return to England. So, why didn't the Silver Chair happen? Well, it all comes down to some financial bumps in the road and a bit of studio shuffling. See, the box office numbers for each movie in the Chronicles of Narnia series took a bit of a dip with each installment. This made Walden Media, the studio behind the films, rethink their strategy. Originally, they were planning to adapt The Silver Chair, the next book in the series, but instead they started looking into doing a prequel based on The Magician's Nephew. However, those plans got scrapped when Walden Media lost the rights to the Narnia series in 2011. Then, in 2013, the Mark Gordon Company swooped in with plans for a new adaptation of The Silver Chair. Things looked promising when Joe Johnston, the director behind Captain America, got on board in 2017. But here's the kicker. By the time production started gearing up, the original cast had aged out of their roles. So instead of continuing with the same actors, they decided to go for a complete reboot, meaning a whole new cast would be needed. This reboot would have left out familiar faces like Liam Neeson, who voiced Aslan in the original films. With all these changes and delays, the Silver Chair adaptation just couldn't get off the ground. Yep, Johnston's adaptation sadly never made it to the big screen. Then, in 2018, Netflix swooped in and announced they'd be taking over the Chronicles of Narnia franchise. They had big plans to develop both films and TV series based on the beloved property. With Netflix taking the reins, it seemed like The Silver Chair film was officially shelved. After all, there wasn't much interest in reviving it, especially after the challenges that popped up when trying to plan the fourth film. Now, why did the Narnia movies fail? The Narnia movies faced challenges that led to their eventual decline, despite the initial success of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. One major hurdle was the struggle to find a consistent studio to handle the series. After the third film, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, encountered difficulties, Disney pulled out of the project. It then shifted to 20th Century Fox. However, even with this change, the series continued to face obstacles. Following Disney's acquisition of 20th Century Fox in 2019, the rights to all three films ended up under one roof. This consolidation of rights marked a significant shift in the fate of the Narnia film series. When The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe premiered in 2005, it became a blockbuster hit for Disney, even surpassing Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire to become the second highest-grossing film domestically that year. With such success and a plethora of source material to adapt, Disney appeared to have found a promising franchise. However, unlike other successful franchises like Harry Potter, Twilight, and The Hunger Games, Disney didn't capitalize on the momentum immediately. Instead of releasing a sequel the following year, there was a 3-year gap before Prince Caspian hit theaters in 2008. This extended delay, combined with a shift from a holiday release to a summer release date, pitted the sequel against formidable competition like Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and Iron Man, making it challenging to attract audiences. Consequently, Prince Caspian struggled to replicate the success of its predecessor. By the time The Voyage of the Dawn Treader was released, it seemed like many viewers had lost interest in the series. So what happened to the Chronicles of Narnia film series? The Chronicles of Narnia film series kicked off with 3 movies in the mid to late 2000s. However, a 4th film never materialized, and here's what went down. Initially, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was a smash hit because it brought to life a cherished childhood book for many viewers. However, unlike other blockbuster franchises like Harry Potter or Twilight, the Narnia series struggled to maintain its momentum. Part of the problem may have been that many moviegoers weren't aware that The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was just the beginning of a larger interconnected series of novels by C.S. Lewis. Moreover, the Narnia films found themselves in direct competition with heavyweights like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. These franchises had bigger budgets and more dedicated fan bases, which posed a significant challenge for the Chronicles of Narnia series. Ultimately, the Chronicles of Narnia films faced difficulty in attracting a dedicated fan base that would match the fervor of other fantasy series. This was compounded by ineffective marketing efforts and a lack of excitement surrounding the sequels. As a result, the franchise struggled to maintain its appeal over time, leaving fewer and fewer viewers satisfied with each subsequent installment. Greta Gerwig, fresh off the success of her latest film, Barbie, is set to take on the Narnia franchise for Netflix. Despite sitting on the rights for some time, fans can now anticipate a new chapter in C.S. Lewis's beloved stories. With the strikes resolved, production on Gerwig's Narnia film is expected to kick off in 2024. While it's too early to predict a release date, given Gerwig's track record in adapting established properties, fans are eager to see what she brings to the table. Until then, plenty of speculation and theories will keep enthusiasts engaged as they await the film's eventual debut. Well, that's it for today. Are you excited to see Narnia brought to life once again on the big screen? What are your thoughts on Gerwig's involvement in the project? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. See you in the next video.